वेलकम बैक नाजरीन। प्रोग्राम है संडे ब्रंच। मैं हूं आयज़ा, आपकी मेज़बान। और इस सेगमेंट में हम बात करेंगे एक बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट इशू के ऊपर, तशद्दुद, वायलेंस, अब्यूज़। ख्वाह किसी मर्द को इसका सामना करना पड़े, ख्वाह किसी औरत को इसका सामना पड़े, विक्टिम कोई भी हो, ये उसकी ज़िंदगी के लिए, उसकी ज़हनी सेहत के लिए एक बहुत मुश्किल मरहला होता है। और उससे गुज़रना, उसके लिए क्या हेल्प मौजूद है, क्या रिसोर्सेज मौजूद हैं, इसी हवाले से फ़रज़ाना अपने सेगमेंट में एक मेहमान को लेके आई हैं। आइए उस मेहमान से मिलते हैं। फ़रज़ाना, ओवर टू यू। आप अपने मेहमान का इंट्रोडक्शन कराइए।
Thank you so much. Today we have on TV1 USA Sherry Candle, a nonprofit organization discussing violence of any sort. Sherry, thank you so much for coming and joining us today. I really appreciate the time you're taking to make this awareness for the women that need it, or for the men that need it, just families in general that need this assistance.
Let me tell our viewers that Sherry is the CEO of AVDA. AVDA is the Aid to Victims of Domestic Abuse. Sherry, before we move forward, how would you define domestic abuse, domestic violence?
That's such an important question, so I appreciate you asking it. Many people, if not most, think of domestic violence as being physical acts of violence. Hitting, slapping, punching, pushing. But it's so important to remember that most abuse is not physical.
Right.
And verbal abuse can be just as damaging, if not more so, than the physical abuse.
Yes.
So verbal, psychological, emotional, sexual, all of those are forms of domestic abuse.
Yeah.
So painful, all of them.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
So
We usually think of women being victims of abuse. Are men also victims of abuse?
Absolutely. Anyone in a relationship can be an abuser or a victim. At AVDA, we have two primary programs that work with individuals experiencing domestic violence. The largest program works with victims of domestic violence, and about 10% of those victims are men.
Wow.
And in the abuser program, about 10% are women. So we know it can happen. It can happen to anyone.
to anyone. We have a caller calling in, so let's see who this is. Hello, caller.
अस्सलाम
वालेकुम अस्सलाम। अपना नाम बताइए, कहाँ से
कैसी हैं
कॉल?
आयदा जी?
मैं जी बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ। आप कहाँ से कॉल कर रहे हैं?
जी मैं ह्यूस्टन से बात कर रहा हूँ। सुबह सुबह फेसबुक ऑन किया तो आपके शो को देखा, बहुत अच्छा लगा। फिर टीवी पे ऑन किया कि आप एक नया मॉर्निंग शो लेके आ रहे हैं। संडे अब अच्छी गुजरेगी आप लोगों के साथ। आई जस्ट वांटेड टू कांग्रेचुलेट। और दो और खातून भी आपके साथ हैं। आई एम सॉरी, मैं उनका नाम तो भूल गया हूँ।
थैंक यू फरजाना, हुमा। और अभी हमारे साथ शेरी कैंडल हैं एवडा से। तो आप कुछ बात करना चाहेंगे? कोई क्वेश्चन है आपका डोमेस्टिक अब्यूज़, डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस के हवाले से कुछ बात करना चाहेंगे?
नहीं जी, बस मैं भी इसी चीज़ पे बिलीव रखता हूँ कि ये चीज़ नहीं होनी चाहिए। मजहबी भी, इंसानियत के तौर पे भी ये चीज़ गलत है। इंसान दूसरे इंसान की कदर करे, उसकी रिस्पेक्ट करे। मुख्तसर सी ज़िंदगी है, उसमें हमें अच्छे से रहना चाहिए। और बस मैं भी इसी चीज़ को सपोर्ट करता हूँ। और वो एक अच्छा काम कर रही हैं, उनको तरक्की मिले उसमें, आपके चैनल को भी तरक्की मिले, आपका शो अच्छा हो। आप हर संडे आपको फॉलो करेंगे, देखेंगे, एंजॉय करेंगे, अच्छी अच्छी चीज़ें लाइएगा शो में।
Thank you so much for calling जी, इंशाल्लाह। बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
So we had this caller and he said that I believe that as a human being and also through from a religious perspective, it is very important to respect other human beings. So that's what he was saying. And so you guys are doing a great job. Hats off to you.
Thank you.
And so we should move forward. So what services does your agency in particular offer to someone experiencing abuse?
AVDA's largest program, and what they're probably known for the most, is their legal program. We have 8 attorneys on staff who are providing free legal assistance, free legal representation for victims of abuse.
Right.
We work in Harris County and Fort Bend County, and those individuals are helping with protective orders, divorce, child custody, child support. And you can imagine if you're a woman experiencing domestic violence and you have children, the thought of leaving your children behind is huge. So to have legal representation to help fight for your kids is just enormous.
Yeah.
And again, we do that in Fort Bend County and Harris County. We also work with abusers. We have a battering intervention program, and we're providing counseling for those abusers. We also have trauma counseling for victims. And I want to share that we can offer both legal services and counseling in Urdu, in Hindi, wow, just multiple languages.
That is very important.
Which is so nice, because children are a big part, and it's so hard because fighting for your own child in custody is such a painful experience, because you as a mother or father, whoever it is fighting, you both want them. You know, and you don't want to put them in the middle. So counseling is so important, so then you're not putting the child in your affairs. So
that is critically important, and I love that we actually can provide the counseling even for children, and we can do that in Urdu as well.
Which is so helpful.
It is very, very important, because children get stuck in the middle, and they are impacted so deeply. Even if a hand is never laid on them, to see one of their parents being hurt and abused, they're learning that behavior.
They almost take it upon themselves, yeah, as warriors, but the little hearts don't need that, you know?
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also important I think for our viewers to know that children who experience trauma, even as infants, it actually changes their brain development. So we're making physical changes to them, not just emotional, but it's a tremendous impact.
Unknowingly, so it
yes,
should be an awareness for sure.
Agreed.
What would you want to tell families or friends who have loved ones that are experiencing domestic abuse?
I think it's important to speak out and to find your voice. And yes, it is difficult to talk about that subject, but whether your friend or family member is the victim or is the abuser, they need to know there's help. And so to let them know that there are programs like AVDA who can provide counseling, they can provide resources. So to let them know to have the courage to reach out to their family and friends.
Isa, don't you think this is a event in our lives that we hide or shy or are so fearful of sharing? So don't you, maybe you can tell the audience that this is so available.
Yeah. आप लोग ये सब गुफ्तगू सुन रहे होंगे, लेकिन जो बात हम यहाँ पे करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं वो ये है कि आप किसी भी किस्म के अब्यूज़ का शिकार हैं, ज़रूरी बात यह है कि आप बाहर निकलिए, बात कीजिए, घर में किसी से बात कीजिए, अपने फ्रेंड्स में से बात कीजिए। अगर आपके इर्द गिर्द ऐसा कोई नहीं तो एवडा जैसे इदारे जो इस हवाले से काम कर रहे हैं, उनकी वेबसाइट है, उस पर कॉल कीजिए। मैंने इनकी वेबसाइट विज़िट की है। अगर आपको ये खौफ है कि आपका अब्यूज़र आपको आपकी वेबसाइट की वो सर्च हिस्ट्री देख सकता है, तो द सर्च हिस्ट्री हाइड करने के ऑप्शंस हैं, वेबसाइट से क्विक एस्केप करने के ऑप्शन है। तो इट्स अ वेरी स्मार्ट सेटअप जो किसी भी विक्टिम के लिए एक बड़ी अच्छी हेल्प की रिसोर्स दे सकता है। और इसके अलावा जैसे कि काउंसलिंग है, मे बी आपको महसूस होता हो किसी के रवैये से आपकी ज़िंदगी में कि आप एक अब्यूसिव रिलेशनशिप में हैं, शायद वो ऐसा ना हो, तो काउंसलिंग ऐसे इदारों से बात करने से, काउंसलिंग से हो सकता है चीज़ें वैसे ही अच्छी हो जाएं। इट्स नॉट नेसेसरीली कि आप किसी झगड़े में या किसी फ़ाइट में जा रहे हैं। मे बी काउंसलिंग, थोड़ी सी किसी से बात करने से आपको ऐसी कोई इंसाइट मिले। What I'm trying to say that it's not necessary. Sometimes you might it's just maybe I'm feeling that, oh, it's an abusive relationship I am in. It might not be that way. And if I'm not talking to somebody, I would not be able to understand and see what is the condition I am in. So it's important to talk. And also about your website, I was telling them about your website. It's a very smartly designed website. There's a quick escape link. So if you fear that the abuser would see you checking that, and there is an option, they tell you how to hide your history. So it's a very smart setup that I checked on your website. So you can call them. They have people जो उर्दू में बात कर सकते हैं, आप अपनी ज़ुबान में बात कर सकते हैं. I would want to know, is it only for the people in Houston and Texas area, or your help is available for people? Because we have viewers watching us from across North America. So, or what other services they can use if they're not living in Houston?
Right. So we provide legal representation only in Houston and Harris County. Battering intervention is limited, but we can help individuals find help across the nation.
That's great.
And even internationally. There's assistance in every single community, and so I understand it's difficult to find that. we can help with that. We can give them the National Domestic Violence Hotline number, and we can make calls for them. We'll advocate for them to find services.
That's great. We were talking about the children being impacted. So I would like to talk more about it. So if you come across families or people reaching out to you, you see the children being impacted by all the sufferings they're going through. Are there any resources to help those kids as well? Any counseling services or anything like that?
Yes, very, very much so. ABDA has a trauma counselor who works every week with children, from small children to teenagers. And we also do a lot of work in the community. We work within juvenile probation, we work within the schools, so we do obviously want to help those who have been directly impacted, but it's also important to do prevention work.
Sherry, on your site you guys also have where you take a whole family out on a trip a day or two. It's a camp, isn't it?
Oh yes, yes.
Which I think is amazing, because I think usually when I'm abused, my kids are also abused, right? And so for you to do this outing is an amazing camp, I think, because I value family, and trips together and having fun together kind of takes them away from the everyday life of depression, you know, and anger, to see that.
It does. I was thrilled to be able to go out for one day of our camp this year and to see our families with their children just having fun.
I'm sure.
And just not thinking about anything but just being together and having fun. And so we have that again this year. It'll be in June. So if you are an ABDA client receiving victim services, you can also apply for that program and take all your kids and go for a long weekend, and it's a winner.
Nice. So really nice. We are on the last minute of our segment, so I would want to give you this opportunity to share your website or any other information that you would like people to reach out to, any resource that you would like to share.
Thank you.
Here's your camera.
The first thing I would want to say is that for domestic violence victims, you're not alone. There is help, and it's never your fault. Abuse is always the choice of the abuser, and there's nothing you can do to make someone abuse you. If you do need help, please call ABDA. Our number is 713-224-9911. Our website is www.avda-tx.org. You can find us on Facebook. We're also on Twitter. The important thing is to reach out, and if you know someone who needs help, please tell them about ABDA.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you Farzana for having her here. नाज़रीन लेते हैं एक छोटा सा ब्रेक, और ब्रेक के बाद एक और बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग सेगमेंट में आपकी किसी से मुलाकात करवाएंगे.